I want to head back out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. James the House Judge, because, you know, it is 2023. We're looking at selling homes, and maybe people have, you know, pretty much did a remodel or even painted the outside. But it's not just that, James. It's about staging the house, which is so important. And why is that so important?
Well, Brett, you know, the biggest thing is, as we're looking at 2023, obviously the real estate market has changed. You know, homes are still selling, but they're staying on the market longer. And so you really have to think, if you are a seller, what can you do to maximize the sale of your home? So not only am I a designer, but I'm a realtor for HomeSmart, and right now we're inside one of my listings. This whole home sold for top dollar, thousands of dollars over asking, with multiple offers in just 48 hours.
Wow.
And that happened in this market. So, you know, when people are saying that the market's changed dramatically, it's still possible to get top dollar, but you have to think about what to do.
Right.
So this home is beautiful.
It is.
My clients have an amazing property, but the key thing was it needed to be staged.
Yeah.
So there's a really big difference, I think, when it comes to staging and styling.
Yeah.
So if you look at the before photo,
right,
the key thing with that is, you know, it's an empty space. So how can you add furniture into the room that is proportionate and scale appropriate to really help establish it? I also think it's really important to add adequate amounts of seating for people to come in and sit down and really imagine themselves in the space. You know, that doesn't, you know, going from a living room to a dining room is also such an important element, because a lot of times these spaces blend together. So having a large dining room table that can really help to establish the space is so important.
And James, we were looking at the front room. Hold on, before you go, slow down, because everybody's like looking now at how much this has changed. And so we saw the before picture of the front room, and now you're showing us again. And we're seeing those bold colors and seeing the sitting area. So when you're doing these kind of rooms, you want them to kind of like be able to have people imagine what they would be like in this house, not what you just throw together, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the key things to really think about is make sure that you remove all of your personal elements. You want to remove the photos of a grandma and your family pictures on the walls, and it really comes to being about styling. So many people don't understand style. They don't know what their style is, they don't know how to identify it, and they don't know what they like. But when they walk into a home that has good styling, they absolutely can understand and identify with it. It makes them want to buy the house.
Yeah.
So if the home has good staging and styling, you know, a buyer will walk in and identify with it, and they'll be like, this is my style. I need this house in my life. And that's what generates so much excitement and really makes an emotional connection between a buyer and a property. And this is so important when it comes to real estate, because, you know, a house is just a house. It's important to make it feel like a home. And so I do all of this staging and styling for my clients because it really helps to create an identity for the house itself.
I like it. Okay, let's go to the kitchen, because that's one area that people, of course, go to a lot, and that's where people start when they buy a house. So let's look at the before picture of this kitchen and how it pretty much was just kind of, oh, wow. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an absolutely nice kitchen, but it's definitely a little stale, right? You know, you have some of the classic white cabinets, white countertops, and although it's a beautiful space, it's important to bring some energy and identity to it. You know, it can be simple, right? You can literally add in some lamps to help highlight it. You can bring in some additional, you know, staging elements to make it feel lived in, to make it feel like a place you'd want to be. Adding big artwork really also helps to bring in bold elements, but color too, so that it brings in a lot of personality into the space.
So I like it. And that's what I love, is that you're putting stuff in there that people wouldn't think to put into a kitchen. I mean, why are we going to put lamps in our kitchen? We already have the overhead light, so that's cool. But I do like the bar right there.
You need a lamp in your kitchen, Brad. If you don't have a lamp in your kitchen, you need one in your life.
Yeah. All right, very important area, and that is the pool area. I think a lot of people forget about the pool. They kind of like just leave it blank and not do anything out there to it. So do you have a before picture of the pool area?
We absolutely do. And the key thing to focus on with this, of course, it's raining today. However, you know, when people are buying homes, they want to understand, how are they going to use this outdoor space? So to make sure to add really great staging elements, so people again have a place to sit down, and then styling elements so that it feels like a resort. It feels like an Airbnb. You can really actually have that in Arizona, which is so special. And so bringing in these outdoor elements and highlighting them within an outdoor space can make it feel so special, and it gives buyers an opportunity to imagine what it would be like living here in this home, rain or shine.
Oh my goodness, that looks so, I love that pool. That looks so different from the picture. That looks like a resort pool. I could go hang out in that bad boy. So, okay, let's
you can come over afterwards if you want, minus the rain.
Okay, all right, I'll bring the drinks. All right, let's go to another place that is the most important room, and that's the personal office for sleep people, which you definitely got to make look personal.
Absolutely. So office and bedroom, right? So that's the key thing. Sometimes in a home, you have spaces that are maybe larger than they need to be. So we're actually inside the primary suite right now. And this primary suite really is a unique shape. And so before, if you would just have a bed in here, or if you had nothing, it's hard for a buyer to walk in and understand what it needs to be. So for example, we brought in this living furniture to create a sitting room within the space. We added the bed, we added the lighting. We also added this really great bedroom aspect to create this makeup area. So, this can double as a desk, it can double as a makeup area, and regardless, you end up with a complete primary suite that really has staging and styling to help a buyer fall in love.
So I love it. And James, I'm sorry, I'm laughing a little bit because Kelly's been going crazy over here in the booth. She's been running out, yelling at different things, and I thought it was the bathroom we were going to go show off. So, I was like, that's why I said the most important office.
Well, the bathrooms look great too, I promise. I'm keeping them from you, but the bathrooms do look absolutely great. But it's all about bringing a house together to make it feel like a home. And if you can achieve that, buyers are going to pay for it, and you can still get top dollar even in this market.
I love it. James, I love this. Like I said, the most important room in the whole house is the bathroom, but that's another story. James, tell them where they can find out about this house and also all your decorating tips and needs.
Absolutely. So, of course, you can check me out on Instagram as The House Judge, or if you need any help with real estate, you can check me out on my website, thehousejudge.com, for all the staging and styling that you need in your life.
I love it. Can we look at the bathroom really quick? Let's look in there. Okay, there we go.
Take a peek at that bathroom, Brad. I know you wanted to see it. Look at that bathroom.
Thank you, James. Kelly's been running in and out at me and just yelling at me about this whole house, and I just got confused. I thought we were going to the bathroom, not bedroom. So, all right. Thank you, James.
I mean, at least there's a bathroom here, so that's great. We can showcase that.
Thank you, James.